The cow is definitely looking into the camera right now. Welcome back to the Rivers Family Ultimate Decades Challenge, episode 28. The year is 1357. And right off the bat, you're probably going to notice something different about the game. First of all, it's being real laggy on the screen. Why is it being so laggy? This is frustrating. Anyway, you'll notice that the colors look very different. I've installed a reshade preset. I see a lot of other YouTubers use these bright presets, and they make the game look very vibrant and very nice. But I'm not 100% sold on this one. I mean, I do value my retinas. I don't want them to burn out of my sockets. So let me know if you like this one, if you hate it. I do want to do a reshade preset, but I don't know. I kind of like this one, though. It kind of gives me like a storybook feel, you know? I feel like I'm watching a Disney movie. Second thing to address is that I'm having a lot of bugs right now. I don't think it's because of the reshade, though. It's because I installed the high school years expansion yesterday, and everything's gone wrong. So I might have to go install it. Look, they can't even pick up their food. They can't. I was not having this issue the other day before I installed that. All right, let's see if that fixed it. I uninstalled high school years, so. Oh, it did seem to work because she's going to get her porridge now. Can she pick it up? Yes, she can. Okay. Crisis averted, everybody. The pack's just broken, and I will not be reinstalling it until they fix the bugs. Speaking of bugs, the funniest one I got when I was playing was that my teenage son rolled a want to ask his dad to be his boyfriend. So I know I've told like several people about that already, but it really made me chuckle. I decided to remove the learn to read mod from the game. It's just too hard to get them to not learn to read, and I don't think that's realistic, so I just took the mod out, and we can say that they can't read. None of them can read. That's why I'm not getting any books. Besides this cookbook. Shh, it's not there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, it is 1357, which means we need to roll for all the gentlemen in the household. We need to see if they're going to be going to war again. So, just like last time, we need to roll a d4 to see if Wyatt is getting drafted. If he gets drafted, that would be really bad because he's supposed to die in a few years, meaning that if he gets drafted, he will have to die away from his family and they will not get to spend his last years with him. So, all right, so D4, if we roll a 4, he gets drafted. If we roll anything else, he's good. Okay, so Wyatt Sr. is staying home, and he will get to die peacefully at our house. Wyatt Jr. is at work right now. I'm gonna bring him home to roll for this. I know that's a little like... Well, maybe we should just roll while he's at work. Yeah, we're just gonna roll while he's at work, okay? If he does roll a 4, we can just wait till he gets home from work to send him to war. Alright, so this is for Wyatt Jr. Okay, he does not have to fight this time around. Good on him. Okay, yes, we are at the Vatores residence because all men in the world need to roll. So we're gonna roll for Caleb first. Is Caleb going to go to the barracks and serve our country? No, he is not. Finally, our dearest Edward, who is sad for some reason. Maybe he knows that his fate... Oh, he's sad because he picked garlic from our garden in the last episode. I feel no remorse for you. That was your fault. Why did you do that? And he is not going. So none of our men are going to war this time around. This is good. This is good. So while we are here with Edward on the farm, we actually need to figure out what's going to happen to Edward in the future. He is officially a side family now. So, but there are certain rules we need to follow for side families. So let's check those out. Here are the side household rules. So the first thing we need to do to establish what Edward's future is going to be is to rule for whether or not he will be married. So here we have the side household marriage rules for the 1300s. If we roll a 1 to 3 on a d20, Edward will not be getting married. 4 to 20 will mean that he does need to get married, so we'll have to find him a spouse. All right, what's it gonna be? Is he gonna be single forever? For all of eternity because he's a vampire? Or does he get to have a mortal wife? Does this mean we also have to roll every time his wife dies? Because she's gonna age and he's not. Okay, anyway. Let's roll. Will Edward have a wife in life? He will. He barely made it, but he will be getting married. So we'll have to find Edward an eligible bachelorette. I think I know the person. I'm actually gonna play a day with Edward. I'm gonna see if I can go find this eligible bachelorette that I know is in town because I created her. I actually created her for White Jr., but she never ended up meeting him. She lives at the orphanage. Apparently she's the only person living there right now. I don't know what happened to the nun that was living with her. Oh, he's burning up. You gotta get inside, homie. Does he have a reason to be here? No, he does not. I don't have a lore reason for him to be here. Or maybe he was out. Okay, the lore reason is that he was out on a walk. His skin started burning because, you know, he is a vampire. So he's going to go and try to seek refuge in this building by just saying, you know, it's very hot outside. I'm not feeling well. Could I just come in and sit down for a minute? And that's where he meets Alice Moreau. They're gonna get to know each other. Also, I downloaded the mod Medieval Interactions, and I would really like to try out some of those interactions. I've never tried them. Discuss what's new around the kingdom. Oh, don't do that. That is not attractive. Oh my gosh. Is this bonding? Is this a mating ritual? Oh my goodness. I think you should maybe say something funny. Make a vampire. No, don't do that. We can't reveal ourselves just yet. We'll do an impression. Do an impression of, I don't know, nobles or something. We got to get to know her. So she is mysteriously the only orphan living at the orphanage right now for some reason. I guess the explanation is she wasn't the only orphan, but the sister that was taking care of the orphanage had to go away, so she's in charge now. But there hasn't been any orphans to take in recently. I think we should just go straight in for the flirting. I mean, we're not going to be playing with Edward too much, so we need to kind of expedite this process. Compliment her appearance. She is very pretty. Isn't she? She's got freckles, just like Gletta. She kind of looks like a young Gletta. You look like my mom! Don't say that, Edward. Don't say that. They do say you marry people who remind you of your parents, though, don't they? Ask about romantic interests, actually. He could do that. That could make sense. He could be like, so are you interested in following the religious path, or do you think you'll have a family someday? He's gonna ask her in the bathroom. How romantic. She's still trying to figure stuff out right now, she says. She doesn't know. She doesn't really know if she's into the idea of marriage yet. I don't know if that's realistic for the time period, actually. Time to hit the Google machine again. Okay, I guess the question I am wondering is, did many women become nuns in medieval times? That's what I want to know. Many women were placed into convents by their families. So that's not true of Alice because she is an orphan. Oh, many convents and nunneries only accepted postulants who were from wealthy backgrounds. So maybe she's not even eligible to become a nun. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read this to you. It might take a little bit, but this is really interesting. Why did people choose to become medieval nuns? The cult of the Virgin. Another reason why women chose to become nuns was the cult of the Virgin. During the medieval era of the Middle Ages, the belief fostered by St. Augustine was that every person was born guilty of the original sin. The original sin was committed when Eve tempted Adam in the Garden of Eden. Eve was therefore responsible for the sinfulness of mankind, their sufferings, and ultimately the death of Christ on the cross. Medieval women of the Middle Ages were therefore viewed as the instrument of evil. This attitude toward women, initially encouraged by the church, led to their total subservience to men and the degradation of their lives. This attitude toward women started to change in the 12th and 13th centuries. I mean, I knew, like, sexism has been a thing throughout history, but, like, I guess I didn't grasp that they viewed women as inherently evil in that time. I guess that we're playing in the 1300s, which is a little later than this, but still really cool. Well, maybe cool is not the right word. Interesting. So I suppose we've established that she will not be becoming a nun because she's not from a wealthy family or a noble family or anything like that. She's just an orphan who was taken in off the streets, who is going to be later pushed out, probably by the nun who owns the orphanage when she returns, and forced to go get married. So this might be in Edward's favor. Plot twist. In this rendition of Twilight, Edward marries Alice, not Bella. Oh, they got a sentiment. You know what? It's been wonderful to spend time with you. We've made some great memories, and we'll make many more, I'm sure of it. Is this true love? Her last name is Moreau, though. She's French, and we're, like, in war with, like, French people right now, so maybe we should, Oh, but, like, at the same time, I'm a vampire. When have I ever cared about social norms? I just want to be the most hated man in this city. Obviously. So I don't know if I've ever explained my in-game lore for Caleb and Lilith, but I decided a long time ago that they were born during like the collapse of the Roman Empire. So they are Roman. They were born in Rome in like the year 400, right before Rome collapsed. So that's why they had the last name Vatores. It's a little bit Italian. They've been alive for a long time. So it's probable and possible that they would be able to read. As for Edward, maybe he's not really reading. Maybe they're teaching him the vampire lore, and that's how he's getting this information. And here we are back at the main household with the squad. Clara is making Flora a birthday cake because it is time for Flora to age up from a young adult to an adult. This is a risky role. I'm a little nervous about it, but I don't know. We have been getting lucky lately, which is exactly why I'm nervous about it. Our luck can't last forever. Okay, well, Flora, come blow out your candles, would you? Flora aged up to an adult. She's no longer a young adult. She's getting old. Nice pose, girl. You can keep that pose right there while we roll for your mortality. If she rolls less than a 9, I don't think a 9 counts. I think 9 is safe. But if she rolls 1 through 8, she dies. Oh, nat 20, baby. We are not leaving this soon. I also have to roll for how many years she has left. So how many years after this year do you have left? Oh. Oh no, that means Wyatt and Flora are going to be dying very close together. And that will be the end of Gen 1. Wow. She's truly taken on the grandma aesthetic. Apparently the life expectancy for a woman during this time was 33. A man was only 24. So how old is she right now? She was born in 27. That makes her 30. So she's getting up there. She's basically an elder. And Wyatt is 40. That makes Wyatt 40. So he has greatly outlasted his life expectancy, which is awesome. But he doesn't have much longer. Can you believe we started when they were 13 and he's 40 now? Wow. All right, let's have Clara and Wyatt Jr. try for another baby because we still need a son. We need a male heir. So hopefully we get a son here. Oh, yay, she's pregnant. Again, I hope it's a boy. It's also the last day of winter. It is snowing, but it is the last day of winter. So guess what we get to do? We get to harvest. All right, let's start harvesting. Harvest all. Really? I can't harvest anything else? Did they die? Because all of these crops right here should be ready to harvest. The spinach, the potato, and the onion should all be ready to harvest, but they are not. Yikes. We're going to have to say this was a bad harvest season for us. Can't be perfect. It is the winter, so it makes sense. I guess it's a good idea for us to start saving up a lot of money and not spend all this money that we're earning from our harvest because we have 3 little girls in the house right now, and we're a poor family. So every time that we get them married when they're older, we have to pay a dowry of $2,500. So yeah, we got to start saving our money if we want to marry off our daughters here. It's expensive to get them married off, man. Oh, I can knit sweaters now, though. Cool. Let's do a tan. No, I have that. Let's do a white man's sweater. A white man's sweater? A white men's sweater. I mean, I guess it is for a white man. Alice Moreau is here. Oh, Edward's little friend. Why is she here? Edward doesn't live here. Maybe she thinks he still lives here. Hey, have you seen Edward? And she's like, oh, he doesn't live here anymore. Also, you probably shouldn't hang out with him. There's some weird things going on with that boy. Oh, my cow! Oh, Sophia! No! Okay, goodbye, Sophia. You were such a good girl. I didn't realize we'd been living here long enough for our cow to, like, live its whole lifespan. Maybe we could get a llama this time. But I do like having the milk. But also, llamas provide wool, and my girls have been knitting a lot, so maybe we should go with a llama. Let's get a beige llama. Change it up just a bit. There he is. Any name suggestions for the llama? And don't say Cusco. Diddy's already has Cusco. And we can never replace Cusco. He's a good boy. You have cute ears, too. Okay, that's where I am leaving off for this year. It is not 12th night. Come on. I'll catch you in the next episode. Maybe we'll give birth to our first son. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later. Bye.